Have you ever looked at someone and felt something deep in your spirit whisper, "Don't let go"? Maybe time, distance, or disappointment has made you wonder if it's even worth holding on. But right now, if you're seeing this, God is speaking softly to your heart. Don't give up on this person yet. Sometimes, the people we're meant to walk with in purpose don't always start smoothly. They test our patience. They challenge our faith. They even make us question if we heard God right. But divine love isn't always instant. It's refined through time, misunderstanding, and growth. God doesn't rush what He's preparing. Remember Romans 8:28. All things work together for good to them that love God. Even the waiting, even the silence, even the pain that doesn't make sense right now. Before you scroll, pause for a moment. Ask yourself this question. What if this person is part of your destiny, but you're just in the chapter of refinement, not rejection? I want you to comment one word below, a word that speaks to your heart right now. Maybe it's faith, maybe it's patience, maybe it's hope. Let that word be your confirmation. And if you've been seeking clarity on love and divine purpose, there's a playlist in the description called God's Confirmation and Purpose for the Chosen One. That's where you'll find deeper guidance and messages that build on this one. You see, sometimes God separates you from someone not to end the story, but to strengthen it. Like gold in the fire, connection must be tested before it's trusted. And maybe, just maybe, this person is still part of His plan, even if right now it feels uncertain. When God gives you a promise, He never retracts it. It may take time. It may require surrender. But His word never returns void. Isaiah 55:11 says it clearly, "So shall my word be that goes out from my mouth. It shall not return to me empty, but it shall accomplish that which I please." So if you've been praying for a sign, if you've been asking, "Lord, should I move on or hold on?" this message is your divine pause. Not every delay is denial. Some are divine developments. Before this video ends, I'll share the one spiritual marker God uses to confirm that this person is truly connected to your purpose. But first, let's understand why He allows certain separations to happen in the first place. When God separates two people, it's rarely punishment, it's preparation. You see, love without spiritual maturity can become distraction instead of destiny. And sometimes, God steps in to protect what He's still building within you. There are seasons when He pulls you apart not because He's finished with the connection, but because He's finishing His work in you. You can't pour into someone else when your own vessel is cracked. That's why Psalm 51:10 says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me." Think of it like this. When a seed is planted, it disappears beneath the soil. For a while, there's no sign of life. It looks forgotten. But underneath, roots are forming, quietly, powerfully. The same is true for divine relationships. What looks buried might actually be growing. Maybe you've been crying, "Lord, why did they walk away?" But heaven's perspective is different. God isn't delaying your blessing, He's developing your foundation. Because what's not built on His timing will crumble under pressure. There's something sacred about waiting on God's timing. It tests your faith. It purifies your motives. It forces you to trust the unseen. Proverbs 3:5 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." If that person is truly meant for you, the same God who parted the Red Sea can realign your paths in due time. But until then, He's asking you to stay faithful,
to Him first, because divine love begins in divine alignment. Don't chase what God is still shaping. Sometimes He hides a person from your life until both of you are ready to carry the weight of the promise. That silence, that distance, it's not rejection, it's protection. Right now, God might be saying, "Let me handle this. Stop forcing what's still forming." There's peace in surrender. There's power in trusting His unseen hand. If this is touching your heart, take a second. Write the word trust in the comments, not for me, but as a declaration to God. Say, "Lord, I trust your process even when I don't understand it." And if you want to go deeper into these kinds of revelations, my playlist, God's Confirmation and Purpose for the Chosen One, will help you discern divine timing, love, and spiritual connection more clearly. The link is right below. Because soon you'll realize what looked like loss was actually love in disguise. God wasn't taking something away, He was clearing space for something stronger, purer, and truly meant for your calling. But how do you know when it's time to hold on again? How do you recognize the moment God begins to restore what once seemed lost?
That's what we'll uncover next. The exact spiritual signal God gives when He's ready to bring the right person back into your life. There comes a moment when God begins to whisper again, after the waiting, after the silence, after the tears that no one saw. He begins to restore what once felt lost. And when that time comes, you'll know it, not through confusion, but through peace. Peace is heaven's signature. It's the quiet confirmation that tells your spirit, this is safe, this is right, this is mine. Philippians 4:7 says, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." If this person still crosses your heart when you pray, if their name still stirs something sacred in your spirit, not obsession, but stillness, it might be God's way of saying, the story isn't over. But here's what you must remember. God will never send someone back into your life until He's sure both hearts have been transformed. Restoration without growth only repeats old pain. That's why the waiting had to happen. When they return, and you'll feel it when the time is right, they won't come as the same person who left, and neither will you. The connection will feel different, more aligned, more pure, because it's no longer built on emotion, it's built on purpose. Sometimes, God lets two souls walk separate roads just to teach them how to meet again the right way. Like the prodigal son, restoration only happens after revelation. When both hearts return home to Him first, love can finally breathe again. So if you've been holding on to someone in your prayers, if you felt torn between giving up and believing again, this is your confirmation. God is saying, don't give up, not yet, but also don't chase. Stand still, let Him move. Exodus 14:14 reminds us, the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Your assignment now is to stay open, not desperate, to stay faithful, not fearful, because the promise will never die. It just matures in the dark. Before you leave this video, I want you to comment one word that reflects what's in your heart right now. It might be peace, it might be faith, it might be reunion. Let that word seal your belief. And if you feel this message was for you, take a few minutes after watching to visit my playlist, God's Confirmation and Purpose for the Chosen One. You'll find more prophetic insights there, each one building on this revelation. Don't let this moment pass you by, because sometimes God doesn't send confirmation twice. If this resonated with your spirit, that's your sign. Hold on, but hold on to Him first, because when you finally meet again, it won't just be love, it will be purpose. Two pieces of a divine puzzle finally fitting together the way He intended all along.